Giannis Antetokounmpo is considered a top 3 player in the NBA, averaging above 30 points per game for the last 3 seasons. But a problem he's faced his entire career is not being a good shooter. So today, we're turning Giannis into one of the greatest shooters in NBA 2K26. We're going to start off by giving Giannis a 99 3-point shot, a 99 mid-range shot, and a 99 free throw shot. And just after that, he's already reached a 99 overall, and we still have badges left to give Giannis. So let's go ahead and head over to badges and go to the outside scoring badges and change everything to legend. And after this, he's going to be absolutely unstoppable. Giannis was already unstoppable without having a jump shot, but imagine how much more unstoppable he's going to be now. We do still have one thing left to do, and that's change his 3-point shot tendency, and then we'll start simulating some games. And in the process, I will also be pulling off trades and rebuilding the Milwaukee Bucks, and that way hopefully we're able to win Giannis Antetokounmpo a championship. But as of right now, the roster we're going to be rolling with is Ryan Rollins, Kevin Porter Jr., AJ Green, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Miles Turner. And then off the bench, we have Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis Jr., Cole Anthony, and Taurean Prince. Let's see how the first few games go after giving Giannis a 99 jump shot. We are currently the number 10 seed with a total of 10 wins and 15 losses, so hopefully we're able to turn things around. The first game is up against Boston Celtics, who we do end up losing to, allowing them to score 145 points, but Giannis played amazing, dropping 43 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and hitting 7 3-pointers, which is most likely a career high for Giannis. He hit 7 out of his 10 3-pointers that he attempted. The next game we have up is against the Brooklyn Nets, who we do end up defeating 128 to 117, and Giannis had a 28-point triple-double, hitting 3 out of his 9 3-pointers that he attempted. The next game is up against the Toronto Raptors, who we also end up defeating, scoring 116 points, where Giannis dropped 37, 11, and 5, as well as 6 stocks, hitting 5 3-pointers. And we will be running with a 3.5-star overall system proficiency, pace and space under Doc Rivers. I'm stopped here on January 24th, we're currently the number 9 seed with 21 wins and 23 losses, but what I am going to do is try and discover some new trades that we could pull off and bring in some new talent to pair up with Giannis. The first trade of the season I'm attempting to pull off is acquiring ourselves Reed Sheppard to be the brand new starting point guard. He's a really good perimeter defender, good offensive player. He's shooting 45% from the 3-point line. Ryan Rollins has been good for us, but currently we're one of the worst defensive teams, and Reed Sheppard will help a ton with our defense and offense. So I'm offering the Houston Rockets Ryan Rollins and Gary Trent Jr. for Reed Sheppard, and they do decline this trade, but what if we throw in a first-round pick? That's not going to get it done, but there we go. So we do end up getting ourselves Reed Sheppard after throwing in a more valuable first-round pick. The next trade we're pulling off is sending the New Orleans Pelicans Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis Jr. in a 2028 swap worse in return for DeJounte Murray and Herb Jones, both really good defensive players. And now we need ourselves a backup center, so we're trading away Cole Anthony and Taurean Prince to the Boston Celtics for Quetta, who's going to be the backup center going forward. If you're enjoying this video so far, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K26 rebuilds. That helps out my channel a ton. After pulling off those trades, this is what the new 9-man rotation will be looking like. I did move DeJounte Murray's position from point guard to shooting guard, where he's gone up to an 83 overall. The starting lineup will include Reed Sheppard, DeJounte Murray, Herb Jones, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Miles Turner. And then off the bench, we have Kevin Porter Jr., AJ Green, Neemias Queta, and Amir Coffey. Here we are at the end of this season, and Nikola Jokic wins the MVP, Cooper Flagg wins Rookie of the Year, Colin Sexton 6th man, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player, Quetta, our boy, wins Most Improved Player, averaging 8 points per game, 7 boards, 1.2 blocks, shooting 60% from the field. Kenny Avdia Clutch Player of the Year, Mike Brown Coach of the Year, and the Warriors win Executive of the Year. We do get Giannis Antetokounmpo on All NBA First Team, and it looks like that will be it for awards. But we do also get Giannis on All Defensive First Team, and no more awards after that. We did end the season being the number 2 seed, winning a total of 54 games and losing only 28. After trading for Murray, Shepherd, and Jones, our team has clearly got a lot better. Before the playoffs, let me show you guys the player stats. So Giannis Antetokounmpo was averaging 32 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 stocks, shooting 60% from the field and nearly 48% from the 3-point line. This season, Giannis made a total of 234 3-pointers, which is obviously a career high. He attempted 489, making 234 of those 3-pointers. We had KPJ averaging 18 points per game, 17 from Murray, 17 from Shepherd, 14 from Turner, and 10.5 from AJ Green, who was doing really good for us off the bench and as a starter. The first round of the playoffs, we're taking on the Miami Heat, who have themselves Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, and Bam Adebayo. Let's see if we're able to win Giannis his second championship. Game number 1 will go to us, and Giannis drops 33 points, 15 boards, 8 assists, hitting 3 3-pointers. KPJ had 26 and 17 from AJ Green. We also win game number 2 and Giannis drops a 42-point triple-double, hitting 4 3-pointers and 22 of his 22 free throws. So far we are up 2-0. Can we make that 3-0? Yes, we can. Giannis with 43 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, hitting 6 3-pointers. So far Giannis has been averaging nearly 40 points per game, 11 boards, and 9 assists, shooting 50-40-90 here in the playoffs. Kevin Porter Jr. as our 6th man has been doing absolutely amazing as well. He's averaging 19 points per game on really good shooting splits. And we end up sweeping the Miami Heat, where Giannis dropped 36 points, 11 rebounds, and Murray had himself a 22-point double-double. And now we're in the second round, taking on the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons were the 3rd seed. They have themselves Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Thompson, Harris, and Jalen Duren, who's now up to an 88 overall. Game number 1 will go to the Detroit Pistons. They defeat us here by 6 points. Giannis had 28, but sadly that was not enough. We do end up winning game 2. Giannis drops a 36-point triple-double, Reed Shepherd with 24, and Murray with a double-double. We do end up losing game 3 here though. Okay, so Giannis had 46 points, KPJ 24, but we do end up losing by 12 points, so our defense hasn't been the best here so far. I adjusted some shot tendencies, came up with a defensive coach game plan. Let's see if that's going to work, and we do end up losing game 4 as well, and they held us to 94 points. Giannis played amazing, but the rest of the team not so much. DeJounte Murray shot 5 of 15, and Reed Shepherd shooting 6 of 15, KPJ 4 of 18. So now we're down 3-1. We will have home court advantage for this next game, and so far we are losing, and it looks like we will end up losing and being eliminated in the second round of the playoffs. That truly sucks that we weren't able to make it past the second round, but this offseason I will most likely try and acquire ourselves another star player, because currently Giannis is the only star player we have on this team. In the NBA Finals, it's the Pistons taking on the Nuggets, and the Pistons go on to win, sweeping the Denver Nuggets with Cade Cunningham winning Finals MVP. We wanted ourselves a star player, and that's exactly what we're going to get. We're going to send the Denver Nuggets AJ Green, DeJounte Murray, and Andre Jackson Jr. in return for Jamal Murray to be the brand new starting point guard on our team. I've also acquired ourselves a new head coach going into the future. I fired Doc Rivers, and now Michael Stauffer will be the brand new head coach. Team player options, Kevin Porter Jr. does decline his $5 million player option, and that sucks because he was really doing well for us, averaging 18 points per game off of the bench, so hopefully we're able to re-sign him in free agency. I will pick up the team option on Reed Shepherd, Quetta, and we will let Baylor walk. Gary Harris is going to pick up his player option, and so is Jericho Sims. And then for qualifying offers, we don't have to give anyone a qualifying offer, but I truly hope we have bird rights on KPJ, and it looks like we don't have ourselves bird rights on Kevin Porter Jr. We could get ourselves Kevin Porter Jr., but I would much rather sign somebody like Jaden Ivey, Quentin Grimes, or Cam Thomas. So what I'm going to do is try and offer Jaden Ivey a contract. We are able to spend about $14.3 million here in free agency. I offered a contract to Jaden Ivey and Tari Eason. I don't believe we'll be able to sign both of them, but let's see which one of the two we'll be getting ourselves. And it looks like we're going to be ending up with Tari Eason, not Jaden Ivey, which I'm totally fine with because Tari Eason is a really good 3-and-D player. This past season, he was averaging 12 points per game. He's a really good defender, shooting 39% from the 3-point line. I also went ahead and signed Malik Beasley, Kenrich Williams, and Scottie Pippen Jr. We're here at the start of season number 2 with our brand new 9-man rotation. The starting lineup will include Jamal Murray, Reed Sheppard, Herb Jones, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Miles Turner. And then off the bench, we have Tari Eason, Scottie Pippen Jr., Neemias Queta, and Malik Beasley. We will be rolling with a 4.5-star overall system proficiency, pace, and space under Michael Stauffer. The first game of this season is up against the Dallas Mavericks. We do end up defeating by 3 points, where Giannis dropped 40 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, hitting 5 3-pointers. Reed Sheppard had 24, Jamal Murray had 15 in his Milwaukee Bucks debut. Second game is up against the Denver Nuggets, and let's see how we do against them. We also beat the Denver Nuggets where we scored 156 points and Giannis had himself 50 points and 15 rebounds, hitting 6 of his 9 3-pointers. Jamal Murray went off against his former team, dropping 34 points, 27 from Turner and 15 from Sheppard. And if we're able to continue this, I do think this could be the season where we win ourselves a championship. There's one game remaining of this season and Giannis Antetokounmpo is in the reward races to winning MVP. Let's see if he'll be able to win an MVP, and he does, averaging 30 points per game, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 50, 40, 90. Let's go. Cameron Boozer wins Rookie of the Year, Dylan Harper 6-man, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player, Thompson Most Improved, Kate Cunningham Clutch Player, Michael Stauffer Coach of the Year, and we also win Executive of the Year. We do get Giannis on All NBA First Team. Let's see if we have any more selections, and it looks like we don't. We do get Giannis on All Defensive First Team, and that will be it for awards. We did end this season being the number 1 seed, winning a total of 69 games and losing only 13. Before we start simulating the playoffs, let's take a look at the player stats and see how our team did. So of course, the leading scorer was Giannis, averaging a 30-point double-double, shooting 50, 40, 90. But now let's see how many 3-pointers he made. So he made more than the previous season, making a total of 254 made 3-pointers. Let's go. And he was shooting 42% from the 3-point line, a little below the previous season, but still amazing from the 3-point line. 22 points per game for Jamal Murray. I'm really glad we got Jamal Murray. We needed another true scoring option, which we didn't have the previous season, but now we have in Jamal Murray. Reed Sheppard was amazing as well, averaging 15 points per game. We had a lot of players here in double-digit scoring. In the first round of the playoffs, we're going to be taking on the Brooklyn Nets, who have Demon, Austin Reeves, Michael Porter Jr., and Nick Claxton. Let me fix up the player minutes and then we'll get right into simulating. I fixed up the player minutes. Let's see if we're able to win Giannis a championship. Game number 1 will go to us, and Giannis drops a 40-point triple-double, making 6 3-pointers. Tari Eason 24, Jamal Murray with 16. We also win game 2. Let's see how Giannis did. He had himself 39 points, 11 boards, making 3 3-pointers. Herb Jones had 21 points, and the rest of the team was amazing as well. We do end up losing game 3 here sadly by quite a bit. Giannis had 24, but he did struggle shooting from the field. And we are up 3-1. Let's go. Giannis with the third 27-point triple-double, Tari Eason 25, and Turner with 23. And we don't gentleman sweep them. Okay. But we do end up beating the Brooklyn Nets in Game 6, where Giannis dropped 42 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, only making 1 3-pointer, but going 11 for 11 from the free throw line. And just like that, we're in the second round of the playoffs, going to be taking on the Toronto Raptors. They still have themselves RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, and Scotty Barnes. But let's see if we're a better team than they are. Game number 1 does go to us. Shepherd 19 points, Murray was 16. Giannis did kind of struggle. Well, not really struggled. He just didn't take as many shots, but he still had a 14-point double-double. We do end up losing game 2 here by 5 points. Giannis had 44, but that was not enough. And we also lose game 3 by 10 points. Giannis had 33 points, Murray had 25, and I believe I will come up with a defensive coach game plan before we advance to game 4. I've come up with a defensive coach game plan. We've also benched Herb Jones for Tari Eason. Eason has been playing a lot better, so he will be the new starting small forward. Let's jump into Simcast and see if we could tie up this series. The Raptors will have home court advantage for this game, and so far, they do have the lead going into the fourth quarter. Let's slow this down and see if we can come back. They're up by 2, 6 minutes remaining. We are pushing back and we take the lead from them, and we are starting to run away with it. Let's go. It looks like we most likely will be winning this game by 11 points. Giannis had a 24-point triple-double, Murray had 20, and Turner had himself 19. Series is tied at 2-2 apiece. Hopefully we're able to win this next game and go up 3-2. We will have home court advantage, and so far the Raptors do have the lead. They are up by quite a bit, and it looks like we do end up losing by 10 points. The leading scorer on our team was Herb Jones. Murray had 22. Giannis had a 17-point triple-double, but that was not enough. And now we're down 3-2 to the Toronto Raptors. Hopefully we're able to tie up this series. The Raptors will have home court advantage for this game. And so far we do have the lead, and we are up by quite a bit, and we do end up winning this game where Giannis had 28 and 17. We had Jamal Murray who dropped 20 points and 19 from Reed Shepherd. Our defense was really good in this game. We held Scotty Barnes to 6 of 14 shooting, making him turn over the ball 4 times. But in order for us to beat them here in Game 7, we gotta continue playing defense how we did in this game, holding them to only 92 points. Winner go home situation, Game 7 against the Toronto Raptors. Let's see what happens, and thankfully we do have home court advantage on our side, and so far it's a really close battle. We're up by 4 in the fourth quarter. Can we win this? Let's slow this down and see what happens. 3 minutes remaining, and it looks like we will most likely be winning this and advancing to the conference finals. Reed Shepherd dropped 23 points, Giannis had 22, and Jamal Murray had himself a 20-point double-double. And just like that, we're in the conference finals taking on the Orlando Magic. They still have themselves Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, and Paulo Banchero. And fingers crossed, hopefully we're able to defeat the Orlando Magic and make it to the NBA Finals. Game number 1 will go to us, and let's go. Jamal Murray dropped a 48-point double-double. Giannis had 24 points. For some reason, he only played 31 minutes, but he still went ham in those 24 minutes, dropping 24 points. Herb Jones had 18 and 14 from Turner. Game number 2 also goes to us, and this time it's Giannis with 45, 14, and 9, hitting 7 3-pointers. Reed Shepherd had 24, Jamal Murray with a 20-point double-double. We do end up losing game 3 by 22 points. Shepherd was playing amazing here, dropping 28 points. Giannis struggled, did end up fouling out in 27 minutes. Game 4 will also go to the Orlando Magic. Reed Shepherd had 25, Giannis had a 23-point triple-double, but we still end up losing. I've come up with a defensive coach game plan for this next game. Let's see if that's going to help us win here. We will have home court advantage, and so far the Magic do have the lead, but we push back and take it from them. We're up by 6 points, 4 minutes remaining. Hopefully we don't allow them to come back, and it's a tie game so far. Back and forth battle, and we do end up losing by 2 points. Murray had 38, Giannis had 31, but that was not enough, and now we're down 3-2. Over in the Western Conference Finals, it's the Golden State Warriors taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, 3-1 Warriors. And now we gotta win one more game to tie up the series, which hopefully we're able to do. The Magic will have home court advantage, and so far we do have the lead, and it looks like we will be winning this game by 18 points. And Murray had 37, Giannis had a 35-point triple-double, Tari Eason with 16. Now it's a win or go home situation once again. Game 7 against the Orlando Magic here in the conference finals. We will have home court advantage on our side, and so far we do have the lead. We're up by 9 points, 4 minutes remaining. Let's slow this down and see what happens. It looks like we will most likely be winning this game, going to the NBA Finals. Giannis had 34 points, 16 rebounds, hitting 4 3-pointers. While Murray had himself 27 points and Reed Sheppard had 14. And it's also a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals between the Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves win with Anthony Edwards winning Western Conference Finals MVP, and Giannis Antetokounmpo wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP, averaging nearly 30 points per game. The Minnesota Timberwolves have DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. They also have Podziemski coming off of their bench. Game number 1 will go to us. Murray drops 35 points. Giannis has a 35-point triple-double, hitting 3 3-pointers. Game number 2 will also go to us. Let's go. Giannis drops an 18-point triple-double, 22 from Murray and 22 from Reed Sheppard. Game 3 will also go to us. Let's go. Jamal Murray 33 points, Giannis 25. He did foul out in 21 minutes, yet he still had an amazing game. And are we going to sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves? Let's see. And that's exactly what we'll do to win Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks their second championship. But it wasn't Giannis winning Finals MVP. It went to Jamal Murray, who was nearly averaging 34 points per game. And let me show you guys the player stats for this playoff run that we had. Giannis was the leading scorer in the 24 games we played, averaging 29 points per game. I want to see how many 3-pointers he made. So he made a total of 69 3-pointers here in the playoffs. He was averaging 29, 12, and 7, as well as 2 steals and 1 block. 25 from Murray, 17 from Reed Sheppard, and the rest of the team. And then in the NBA Finals, we played a total of 4 games, and we had the leading scorer, Jamal Murray, averaging 33.5 points per game. Giannis was averaging 24, 11, and 7. 23.5 from Reed Sheppard. And we will be running it back one more season to see if we're able to win Giannis a back-to-back championship. I'll see you guys at the beginning of this next season. I will probably pull off some trades. I'm not too sure as of right now, but if I do, of course, I'll update you guys at the start of this final season. Here we are at the start of this final year. I did make some changes to this roster. I got ourselves Zubac to be the brand new starting center, got Kel'el Ware to be the backup center. I also acquired Josh Hart in free agency, and now he's the backup shooting guard. And we also got Miles McBride to be the backup point guard. So now this is going to be the new 9-man rotation. We have Jamal Murray, Reed Sheppard, Tari Eason, Giannis, and Zubac. And then off the bench we have Herb Jones, Kel'el Ware, Josh Hart, and Miles McBride. Let's simulate past the first week and see how our team does. We do end up losing 2 out of the 3 games. We allowed the Phoenix Suns to score 160 points, but this game did go to overtime, so that's alright. But we scored 147 points against the New York Knicks, where Giannis dropped 46 points, 20 rebounds, hitting 6 3-pointers. Tari Eason had 21, Jamal Murray had 20, and now I'll either see you guys at the trade deadline or at the end of this season. System proficiency, we will be rolling with a 4-star overall system proficiency, pace and space under Michael Stoffer. And Giannis Antetokounmpo wins a back-to-back MVP, this time averaging 35 points per game, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 50, 40, 90. Let's take a look at how many 3-pointers he made. He made a total of 335 3-pointers this season. This dude wins Rookie of the Year, Dylan Harper 6-man, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player, Caleb Wilson Most Improved, Tyrese Haliburton wins Clutch Player, and Michael Stauffer wins Coach of the Year. Of course, we get the MVP on All NBA First Team, and it looks like no more All NBA teams, but we do get Giannis on All Defensive First Team. We did end this season being the number 1 seed, winning a total of 76 games and losing only 6. And the reason why I think we won way more games this season is because of acquiring Zubac and Kel'el Ware. Last season, we had ourselves Miles Turner, who was a good floor spacer, but he wasn't the best rebounder, and rebounding wins a lot more games than floor spacing. So that's why I believe we won a lot more games. Last season, we weren't really that good of a rebounding team, but now I believe we were the number 1 best rebounding team. Here are the player stats for the regular season. Giannis was the leading scorer with 35 points per game, 22 from Murray, 16 from Reed Shepherd, and a lot more players in double-digit scoring. In the first round of the playoffs, we're taking on the New York Knicks, who have themselves Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and Karl Anthony Towns. Let's see how things go. Game number 1 will go to us, and Giannis drops 51 points, hitting 8 3-pointers. Jamal Murray had 31, and Tari Eason had a double-double. We also win game 2, Jamal Murray dropped 38 points, Giannis had 36, hitting 5 of his 13 3-pointers. Zubac had a double-double, and so did Kel'el Ware. We also win game 3, and we do sweep the New York Knicks to make it to the second round, where we'll be taking on the Chicago Bulls. So far, Giannis is averaging 40 points per game, 15 rebounds, and 7.5 assists, shooting 50, 40, 90. Our boy Jamal Murray is balling out as well, averaging 34 points per game so far here in the playoffs. But in the second round, we're taking on the Chicago Bulls, who have themselves Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Michael Porter Jr., Buzelis, and Walker Kessler. Game number 1 will go to us. Giannis has a 37-point double-double, Zubac with 27, and Eason with 20. We also win game 2, we win game 3, and we sweep the Chicago Bulls. Giannis is averaging 33 points per game, Jamal Murray's averaging 30 points per game. The conference finals will be taking on the Atlanta Hawks, who have Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Reese Shea, Jalen Johnson, and Okongwu. Let's see how it goes here in the conference finals. Game number 1 will go to us, and it's Tari Eason leading the way, dropping a 24-point double-double. Giannis had a 23-point double-double. We also win game 2, we win game 3, and we also sweep the Atlanta Hawks. So far here in the playoffs, we have not lost a single game. In the Western Conference Finals, it's the OKC Thunder taking on the San Antonio Spurs, and the Thunder go on to win, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander winning Western Conference Finals MVP, and Giannis wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP, averaging a 27-point double-double. The OKC Thunder were the number 4 seed in the Western Conference. They have themselves Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Bronny James Jr., Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to us. Giannis drops 40-point double-double. We also win game 2. Giannis with a 27-point double-double. Murray with 25. We win game 3. And we sweep the OKC Thunder to win Giannis another championship, where he wins Finals MVP, averaging 32 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists on 50, 40, 90 shooting splits. We've won Giannis and the Bucks a back-to-back championship, but let's take a look at the player stats before we end out this video. We played a total of 16 games, and in those 16 games, Giannis was averaging 31 points per game, but what I do want to see is how many three-pointers he made. So he made a total of 57 three-pointers. Let's go. Jamal Murray was averaging 26 points per game, 16 from Reed Shepherd, and the rest of the team was amazing. In the NBA Finals, we played a total of 4 games, and Giannis was the leading scorer, averaging 32 points per game, 13 rebounds. We had 22 from Murray, and the rest of the team was amazing. Basically, our whole team was in double-digit scoring. And that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button, and also subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K26 rebuilds. That helps out my channel a ton. Click here on the screen to watch my latest upload. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.